Hello people, welcome back to another video of Run Up Codes. Well, in today's video, we are just going to be discussing some problems I've done over the week. Good to go? We shall begin. Yes, perfect. So this is our first problem right here, where we need to find out the cost of groceries, where each item costs the BI rupees and each item has a freshness value of AI rupees. Let's see that on the blackboard, shall we? Yes. So BI is the cost here. The This is the cost and this is the freshness value. What we need to do is we need to buy every single item. A second. Yes. So we need to buy every single item which is equal to or greater than x. Like the freshness value of ith element should be greater than x and is equal to which will be added to the cost of which the value of bi will be added to the final cost. So let's see the implementation of this, shall we? Uh, so this is a really easy problem, I'd say. But one like problem or kind of a hurdle I faced was that I did not know how to handle the programming or the stuff on it because this uses a OOP based approach to problems. Meanwhile, I'll show you a test case example. Yes. So this right here, well, it actually uses a of the approach of test it uses the approach of test cases, and this uses the approach of OOP, object oriented programming. It's a class named solution where we have a function named compute, sorry, a method named compute basically, and we are given these values by the online judge. So well, it's we are given this vector, and I think I've made the difference between like vectors and arrays pretty clear in the last video. Yes. So we are given this cost, which is I've initialized this cost as 0. I have taken the variable of I as 0. I've looped through the array, and basically I have just find out whether the freshness value of the ith element is greater than or equal to x, and then I have added the cost of the ith element to the final cost. Then I have returned the cost. Yeah, that's a caveat here because the printing is handled by the judge, so you are not actually required by the problem to print. You are required by the problem to just return the value. Okay, so this is a really easy one, I'd say. So we should move to the next problem. Minimum to max. Well, we are given an array of size n. Let's move to the blackboard again. Yes, perfect. We are given an array of size n. Yeah, we are given an array of size n, where m is the smallest value in the array. What we need to do is we need to select an element from the array such that the we need to like the we need to select an element from the array which is will be equal to ai and make that element's value x such that m becomes the largest. Like we need to manipulate the array inside, we need to like change the values of existing elements and manipulate them in such a way that the value of m will become the largest. And what we do not need the like values or anything, we just need to find out the number of operations. So we can use an occurrence based approach. We do not need to like find the actual value and brute force that and stuff. So another like caveat I'd say I encountered while solving this problem was that this OOP based approach returns an vector. Now there's a clear distinction between vectors and arrays in C++. I have made that pretty clear in my last video, I'd say. So the length of the array q is returned by q dot length, while the length of vector q is returned by q dot size. That took me half an hour to figure out. It sounds shocking, but yeah, it's a caveat I noticed of C++, which distincts it from JS, where basically every array is just a vector, technically. Yes. Okay, so that's the approach that I've used here is I've just sorted the array. Now, sorting is an inbuilt function which in C++ which uses O log n time complexity, I believe. I could be wrong, yes, but it uses O log n time complexity, and that's a pretty efficient way to sort the array. So I've sorted the array, and because the smallest value will be the first element, as obvious, I've initialized that. I've initialized the variable of operations, and I've just checked that every number which is not equals to the smallest value in the array will need to be changed. Therefore, the operations will need to be incremented. Fine. Yes. Now this is a different problem that I have encountered, and this problem is like kind of easy, I'd say, but still, it required me a while to think. Honestly, not my proudest problem to be a part of. Yes. So we are having n items. N items. I think yes. The price of each item is AI, where I summation is equals to n. Of course, like, okay. And there's a coupon which costs X rupees and reduces the cost of every item by Y. If the price of each, if the price of the n item was in a great smaller than or equal to Y, it becomes free. So if I'm using a bracket here, AI is smaller than or equal to Y, AI will be considered as 0. So let's see the approach that I've done here. I've initialized two variables, the variable of 0 and the variable of X, coupon. And I've added, so the coupon actually costs X rupees. I forgot to mention that, I believe. And so I've just added that as a final cost, and I've looped through N. So what I've done is I've just conventionally added the prices in the non-coupon. Meanwhile, I'm using like non-negative function. So what's that? Basically, that is just a basic method in C++ general logic where we are just checking the maximum value whether 0 or a negative number is higher, and with if 0 is higher than a if we get a negative number, so we are just adding, so we are just considering that as 0. So we are just going to add 0 to it. So what we are doing is we are subtracting the prices from by y. And again, this is just like output logic. If non-coupon is greater than coupon, return coupon. If else, no coupon. Easy, I believe. So yeah, I think that will be pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you on next Sunday, and please do comment about this video and sharing feedback. And another thing that I would like to mention is that I'm currently having exams, so videos might be a little late, and problems might be a little easier or might be a little less, but I'll be sure to stay consistent. And also, don't worry, there will be more content coming up because heck, even I am bored of making these videos. I know it's just my second videos, but I feel you guys also deserves a unique content on this channel. So yeah, I'll be working towards that. Thank you.